Hey everyone, Derpy here, back with another battle-powered video. This is my level 106 near instant repair in the Retribution raid following this path. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I am using my full Punisher Mark II fleet here. I will show you my build, I will show you the battle report, I will show you my upgrades, and I will show you the path I just showed you again at the very end of the video with more explanation. Starting things out here, I am going through using my Punisher flag as a tank. My Punisher flag should always be about half a ship length to one ship length ahead of everything else. When I have a chance, I am priority targeting the Drac scatterguns, and at all costs, I am avoiding being hit by the large radioactive flamethrowers. If the flamethrowers are shooting at you, you need to be moving. Right here, the first thing I do is move off a little bit to the right, my ship's left of the target, kill everything on the left here, and once those are dead, I'm going to keep moving so I avoid the first blast from the big flamethrower. After that, I will thread my way through the mines and wipe out this next set of turrets here, again with my Punisher flag as a tank slightly in front before the next two flamethrowers start firing. Once they do, I'm going to go ahead up to this top trifecta island, kill the little things on the left, and then start moving again as soon as those are dead around off to the right corner of this little trifecta island. When I'm around the island, I'm going to make sure I'm controlling my Punisher flag first, bringing that more towards the bottom of the screen than my main four Punishers, which are dealing damage. And this is because I have higher evade and higher survivability, and therefore I can take more damage with my Punisher flag than everything else. Right here, I'm going to stop, let everything stack up pretty well, because they need to be more stacked for this part right here, and move my flag a little bit to my screen's right of everything, and my four Punishers off to the left. This will avoid the large burst of flamethrower damage, and I have them stacked almost as vertically, but if that makes sense, it's the separation distance between the two is now horizontal in this case, around the left side of the screen, instead of vertical, so I don't take a bunch of extra flamethrower damage. As soon as I kill this trifecta island, I'm going around the bottom of it, off to the left, and back towards that main flamethrower that was shooting at me at the very beginning. I'm going to kill that, and then immediately swing downward. Instead of going off to the right side of my screen, I will swing downward right here so I'm inside the minimum range of this final flamethrower, and I'll be able to kill everything. You have to pick a side, left or right. I move my ships a little bit to the right, so I can go ahead and kill that turret cluster in the bottom right corner after everything in the center is dead. I do end up getting hit by one mine here. I haven't quite figured out how to avoid that. I think I could drive just above that mine and below the one that you're seeing right now, the one that's left on screen, and I might avoid some damage from that last mine, but from taking one mine's worth of damage, that isn't such a big deal, especially because the repair you're going to see is 7 minutes and 50 seconds left on that final Punisher. I'm sure if I spent another 1 or 2 targets, I could figure out how to avoid that last mine's damage. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this repair time, as it's a lot better than I was doing with my raid livestream. Let's go ahead and see the battle report in just 1 second. You can see here that I'm taking about the same ballistic and radioactive damage, 6% ballistic, 7% radioactive, which leaves me a total repair of 19 minutes. But let's see what it is when we're in base. I'm going to go ahead and repair all of my back 4 ships one by one, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you about upgrades. I do have 2 of my ships at X1, that's the flag, and one of my ships are at X1, and that helps with the built-in weapon that will reduce some of the damage from the enemy ballistic and radioactive turrets. Then I have 1 ship at U3. My last 2 regular ships are at U2. That's an average on the fleet of U3. Now, if anyone is doing this and can try doing this path with a U0 fleet, I would love to know what damage you're getting in the comments, and if people want to share out what damage they're getting in the comments, I think that is great. I'm going to go ahead and show you my build too, as well as the path that I'm using again with a little bit longer of an explanation there, so you can maybe take a screenshot of it if you want to. And like I said, it will have 7 minutes and 50 seconds of damage on this flag, which is actually pretty good, and if you get lucky or drive well, it might even be instant repair. So I hope this is going to end up being able to help you out. My flagship is built as a tank using higher survivability and then an evade special, which is agility 4. My back 4 ships are all the same, built as damage dealing ships. They're supposed to avoid and stay out of the line of fire. I am using a creeping death crew to go ahead and add some building damage. Here is the path that I am using. You can see that I'm going through. I've annotated yellow arrows showing you which way I'm going. It might not be 100% perfect, and this is the one that's working for me. Someone else may have one that's working better for them, but this one is what has been working for me, and I'm going to encourage you to maybe screenshot this, save it somewhere, and try it. And if it doesn't work, you can always try your own thing, come back to this, and watch the video again to see what you're missing if you're doing anything different than I am, because I showed you what I'm doing, so if you do that same thing, then you should get the same results, right? If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them in the comment section down below, and if this video helped you, go ahead and leave a like. I'm going to go ahead and cut to an end screen now. There are two things you can click there, 2 videos, as well as a subscribe icon. Go ahead and click on one or more of those. And as always, this is Derpy, signing out, helping you be a better pirate.